Terence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this four-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147, now 168 pounds, claiming all the belts. You don't see people doing that very often. Going up against a guy who was perceived as being bigger and stronger, Crawford was strong. Crawford was strong enough to fend him off, strong enough to make him respect his own power. He used his jab, he used his distance. He had poise in the ring, he wasn't rattled. He backed up and moved when necessary and kept us different. He exchanged enough to gain respect when necessary. It was a brilliant, brilliant, masterful fight on Terence Crawford's part.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
Terence, Bud, Crawford, and Floyd Mayweather just went face-to-face on live television, and the tension was unreal. What started as a simple conversation turned into a full-blown clash in seconds. Floyd immediately tried to brush off Bud's massive win over Canelo, claiming Canelo was never that impressive to begin with. But fans weren't buying it. To them, it sounded like pure bitterness. This wasn't just trash talk. This was 2 generations colliding. 2 icons who don't want to share the spotlight. Floyd is out here doing exhibitions and headline spectacles, while Crawford is tearing through divisions like a man on a mission. The entire room froze because everyone could feel it. This was bigger than words. It felt like the beginning of a legacy war. And it all started with one question the host finally asked out loud. Who's greater, Mayweather or Crawford?
And lastly for me, champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Bud stayed calm, composed, respectful. That's who he's always been. He gave Floyd his flowers, saying Floyd opened doors for fighters, no doubt. But then he added something that carried weight. Every era eventually crowns its own king, and Bud is simply doing what he was built to do.
Is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now.
But Floyd didn't like hearing that. Not even a little. He leaned in, eyes sharp, and fired back with a cold dismissal. He basically said Canelo was overrated and beating him doesn't put Bud anywhere near his level. Instantly, the studio atmosphere changed. The live chat exploded. Because there's one thing boxing fans refuse to tolerate: disrespecting what Crawford just pulled off.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, bud. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Let's be real. But didn't just edge out Canelo. He controlled him. 12 rounds of complete mastery. No debate, no lucky moments, no excuses. Canelo, the face of boxing, was made to look ordinary. And while Floyd is preparing for an exhibition circus with Mike Tyson, Crawford is out here doing what champions do, unifying the sport with real wins.
Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather is happening. What the f is going on? This is where boxing is in 2025. And listen, I'm not going to complain because I understand the layout of things. We already had Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. We have Jake Paul, Gervonta Tank Davis. This feels like the Temu version of it. And that sounds crazy because we have two of the greatest of all time about to participate in this, but both of them are about 30 years past their sell-by date in an exhibition bout in which their weights will be 60 to 70 to 80 pounds different. If you got on board with Jake and Mike, it was because at least they were going to weigh the same. I don't even know what to think. Someone on Twitter said it perfectly. Either everybody in the world is going to want to watch this or 10,000 people will watch it. Probably both men want a shit ton of money and they're being promised a shit ton of money, but
even analysts like Max Kellerman have started saying it out loud. Crawford's resume might actually be cleaner than Floyd's.
Wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. Oh, yes. That makes a difference to people.
No one can deny what Mayweather did for boxing. He turned it into a billion-dollar business. He made the sport global. He created an empire where fighters could become superstars just by standing across from him. But lately, that aura has been fading. The undefeated king is now attached to spectacle fights, including his upcoming exhibition with Mike Tyson.
Recently said that you're going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather. Why the hell did he agree to fight you? That seems like a bad decision by him.
Well, listen, I was minding my business. I'm flying my birds, tending to my children, and he's the one, he came with the sign. His name was on the contract signed already. And he was talking really bad and nasty to me. So I was like, God damn. I thought we were friendly, talking crazy. He's all right.
That's got to be such a cool thing for boxing fans, though, Mike, to have two of the all-time legends in there. Are you excited just to see the thing of that like it was with you and Roy?
Nah, man, we gonna get him, man. What you talking about? Start talking crazy, like kick his ass.
He doesn't know what he signed up for.
Yeah, I told the exhibition, he's talking crazy.
So he's like, but Mike, come on, man. He can't be doing anything to you. Like, that's a bad decision by him.
Hey, he made a good money choice, though.
That's when Bud finally snapped back, cutting through the noise with just 2 words, then prove it. Not online, not in interviews, not with excuses, in the ring. And the internet lost its mind.
No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.
Floyd fought to protect the 0. Crawford fights to build something bigger than numbers. That's why fans today aren't only debating records, they're debating impact. And while Crawford's legacy is rising, Floyd's image is starting to crack.
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Look at the run he's been on. He dismantled Errol Spence Jr., a fighter people swore was too big and too dangerous. Then he jumped multiple weight classes and outboxed Canelo Alvarez in front of a stadium crowd. Crawford isn't just the best fighter today, he's forcing people to ask if he belongs in the greatest ever conversation.
Canelo a couple of times, and he looked spectacular. Congratulations to Terence Crawford for that great performance, and man, it was a great fight.
Were you expecting more from Canelo?
I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting Canelo to knock out Crawford, to be honest with you, because it's three-weight divisions. Well, he did fight one time the higher division, but and to me, it's three ways. You know, he had to go up a lot in weight. And that's what I was expecting. But at the end of the day, you know, I got to give respect to Canelo. You know, he has done so much in boxing that it will be hard for somebody else to achieve and make. He trained hard, you know, and he said that he tried, but the body did not respond. And I've been saying that, you know, the body is worn out. You know, Canelo is young, but in boxing life, he's worn out.
Tyson may be older, but he's still dangerous. Floyd isn't doing this for competition, he's doing it for headlines. Meanwhile, Crawford is defending what boxing is supposed to be: real titles, real opponents, real stakes. So when the host asked Floyd the obvious question, why not fight Crawford? Floyd dodged it. He said he's already proven everything.
They were saying that if he beats Canelo, it could put him as even the greatest of all time. What does that put him in the all-time list, man?
At least top 10.
At least
top
10.
10 or top 15,
Yeah.
easily, you know? There's guys that we may not know of or heard of, like Henry Armstrong. Simultaneously, he was 3 divisions carrying all 3 weight divisions at the same time.
Which performance was better? I don't like to compare them, but Crawford or Mayweather's over Canelo. Like, it's just different.
It's just different styles, different looks, you know? But the punching, the output that he was giving Canelo definitely gave him the win.
And fans aren't celebrating it. What used to look like greatness now looks like greed. Because this doesn't add to Floyd's legacy, it risks damaging it. Doctors, commentators, even fighters are calling it reckless.
Well, Tyson, if there were some arrangements, prearrangement, for this fight, Tyson's animosity, well documented towards Floyd. Any chance that he's going in there and, you know, saying, hey, screw all, I don't care what agreement was made, if there was one at all, I want to kill this dude?
No. He's going to get a check. Floyd's going to get a check. And they're going to get a check that's real huge because of their names. So nobody's finna fuck their money up.
Because Terence Crawford isn't chasing attention, he's carving his name into history. An undefeated record. Over 30 knockouts. The first man ever to become undisputed across 3 separate divisions. And he didn't do it with shortcuts. No hand-picked opponents. No politics. No protecting a brand. He did it the hard way.
And I'm gonna get a lot of too, but honestly, there could be the way where you put Crawford over Mayweather. Because of going up, you didn't see Mayweather go up from 147 to 168. That's crazy, bro. And honestly, I thought Crawford was gonna have more of a hard time because he had a hard time with Madronov. So imagine going up to it. That's crazy. But I don't want to take nothing away from Mayweather. Mayweather's the greatest of all time. But I think that was a really big risk that Crawford took, and then he ended up winning. You know what I mean? So you have to give credit to that too. That's a big risk. That'd be like me going up and fighting Usyk right now, heavyweight.
I know that's been kind of hinted.
I'm not thinking of that right now. But that's kind of like how that'd be. You know what I mean? So you have to, bro. That's a lot of. He has a lot of balls to do that. And not only to go do that to show the world that he's really like that.
But just smiled. Because that hesitation said more than any insult could. Crawford didn't shout. He didn't boast. He simply dropped a line that silenced the room. I'm built different. I don't chase money. I chase moments.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Truth is, do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
So what do you think? Has Floyd Mayweather's reign officially ended? Or does the legend still have one real fight left? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.